Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my meditation that I do for myself. I record it and I release it because maybe somebody else out there can get something out of it. It just so happens that I love God, Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. If you're going to come on to God's team, at least try to become better. If you're going to struggle with something, we all struggle sometimes, Sometimes they're lifetime struggles, But just know that God is with you, Turn to Him. Turn to Him. Because it's easier to deal with your struggles with God on your side. Even when you love God, that doesn't mean that we don't deal with our consequences, good or bad, whatever they are. Sometimes we deal with situations that we didn't create, but we have to manage it, manage our feelings on how we get through it. Choose God this day. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect, For those of you who are just tuning in, I focus out of three major religious texts: the Bible, the Quran, and I'm in a Buddhist paperback. It's called The Shape of Suffering. It's an introduction to Buddhism. And what it deals with, this paperback deals with dependent co-arising. With no this, there's no that, and so. But anyway, I try to hit each of the texts at least twice a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how I'm led to meditate each day. But what I am doing basically is I'm reading these texts from cover to cover. I'm not gonna censor any words, I'm gonna read them for exactly how it is. So we're still I'm back to the rotation for the Quran, and we're still in chapter 2, but we're moving along. We're chapter 2, section 32, fighting in the cause of truth, verses 243 through 252. Fighting in the cause of truth. Hadst thou not considered those who went forth from their homes, and they were thousands, for the fear of death? Then Allah said to them, die. Then He gave them life. Surely Allah is gracious to people, but most people are not grateful. And fight in the way of Allah, and know that Allah is hearing knowing. Who is it that will offer to Allah a goodly gift? So He multiplies it to him manifold. And Allah receives and amplifies, and to Him you shall be returned. Hadst thou not thought of leaders of the children of Israel after Moses, when they said to a prophet of theirs, raise up for us a king, that we might fight in the way of Allah? He said, may it not be that you will not fight, if fighting is ordained for you? They said, and what reason have we that we should not fight in Allah's way, and we have indeed been deprived of our homes and our children? But when fighting was ordained for them, they turned back except a few of them, and Allah is knower of wrongdoers. Sometimes we got to stand up sometimes. It's not that we want to do it, but sometimes we don't have any choice but stand up. We can't constantly keep getting beat down, and don't expect that people are going to rise up from that. Unfortunately, people got to stop beating people down and mistreating people. If you weren't doing stuff like that, you wouldn't have to worry about somebody rising up on you. Most of the time. Not always, because you got the bullies and bad guys out there that's going to be opposite because they're crooks, okay? I'm not talking about that, though. And their prophet said to them, we're giving too much leeway to these bullies and bad guys. We need to get them off the streets. When we see that they're messing up, we letting them linger around way too long. And unfortunately, we got bullies and bad guys in high places, too. And we need to get them, too. If you're not going to lead in the right way, you don't need your position. If you're not going to lead people correctly, and you're going to head us down the path of destruction, and we don't have anybody else to look toward but you heading us down a damn fiery flame path, unjustly because of your selfishness, you don't need your power. Whoever you are out there. You know, if you're not going to lead us in the right way, and you just want to, you not suffering, but you want other people to suffer though. But you want your life to be glorious, but you don't care about other people's life being sorrowful, being and suffering. There's something wrong with that. And their prophet said to them, surely Allah has raised Saul to be a king over you. They said, how can we have kingdom over us while we have a greater right to kingdom than he? And he has not been granted abundance of wealth. He says, surely Allah has chosen him above you and has increased him abundantly in knowledge and physique. And Allah grants his kingdom to whom he pleases, and Allah is ample giving none. Hear that? And their prophet said to them, surely the sign of his kingdom is that there shall come to you the heart in which there is tranquility from your Lord, and the best of what the followers of Moses and the followers of Aaron have left, the angels bearing it. Now, we're talking about Aaron and Moses from the Old Testament in the Bible, in the Quran right now, okay? Let me start that sentence again. And their prophet said to them, surely the sign of his kingdom is that there shall come to you the heart in which there is tranquility from the Lord, and the best of what the followers of Moses and the followers of Aaron have left, the angels bearing it. Surely there is a sign in this for you if you are believers. I said too many verses, y'all. It was only it stopped at 248. I'm sorry, my bad. Have a good day.